Thank you for downloading Scrum, Tackel and Maul from BT Sport. If you want to find out more, visit the website www.btsport.com. Not before listening to this week's programme. Hello and welcome to Scrum, Tackel and Maul, the 7th most popular rugby podcast on iTunes. Coming up, we give you the roundup of the European Cup, quarter-final fixtures and everything Aviva Premiership. Like always, Club of the Week and Open Question. If you want to pop us a question to be aired on next week's show, pop us an email or a tweet to Scrum, Tackel and Maul, subject Open Question, or pop us a tweet at FTM Rugby. The big news this week: transfer season is upon us again, and I give you the lowdown of the complications of the Anglo-French Championship and Heineken Cup. Has the Wales regions finally made a decision? Will they demand to join the Aviva Premiership? We will find out. Right, let's talk Heineken Cup. First of all, congratulations to homegrown Saracens and Leicester Tigers on reaching the quarter-finals of the Cup, facing Ulster and SAM Claremont. We'll be talking to later with a full roundup of the fixtures and scores. The whole issue around the Heineken Cup is a ruling in terms of entry and the potential monetary gains for each rugby board and team. The current ruling on the Heineken Cup is to do with the management getting into the European Cup and the Rabo Pro in 12 predominantly being the current issue. The Rabo Pro 12 featured teams from Ireland, Scotland, Wales and Italy. Heineken Cup qualification for Welsh regions is currently based on how they finish among themselves in the Pro 12 season. The top three guaranteed a place in Europe's Premier Tournament, with a fourth entry in second tier Amberlin Challenge Cup. 3 of the 4 Irish provinces are guaranteed a place, with 2 Scottish and Italian clubs qualifying regardless of where they finish in the table. This ruling has sparked English and French clubs to call for a tougher ruling in the qualification process, where the top 6 of the Rabo Pro 12 are entered regardless of their nationality, just how the top 14 in Premiership qualify. The ruling has sparked Premiership Rugby Limited to create a new European Cup. Premiership Rugby and its French counterpart Ligue Nationale de Rugby have announced a new European tournament, Rugby Championship Cup. The competition will be based on merit and qualification equality between the leagues, Paul Gold talking back in October. Fast forward 4 months and it's at a stage where the RRW, Regional Rugby Wales, wants to compete in the Rugby Championship Cup, but their big brother, the WRU, Wales Rugby Union, wants an argument and refused to accept the agreement with the RRW. In an interview with BBC Two's Scrum 5, each side met to discuss the problem. WRU believes that the new tournament will open the opportunity for larger audience to see the potential Wales players have, resulting in 2 more across the border. WRU believes that the new tournament will open the opportunity for a larger audience to see the potential Wales players have, resulting in moves across the border to the more popular and more financially better off Aviva Premiership or moving into Europe. The WRU doesn't want this, but are close to an agreement. Currently, the WRU wants a cross-border competition with the Aviva Premiership, an Anglo-Welsh tournament, allowing sponsorship into the region, resulting in a financially better off WRU, where they'll be able to keep some of their star players in Wales. To me, this is just a ploy. Surely the LV Cup is the Anglo-Welsh tournament they want. A couple of weeks ago, it was stated that the WRU are still in debts over 20 million. So is this why the RU are holding back from signing a new contract? Well, that's it really. You're up to date with the Heineken Rugby Championship Cup. I went over to a local rugby club to find their opinions on the Heineken Cup and the news this week.
Lancaster is building a new team for next year, trying out new players for the future. Unfortunately, they will lose 1 or 2 games, but this is part of the process. Luther Barrell had a
He had an amazing game, didn't he?
Well, he just had an amazing game, and especially scoring his first match.
Lancaster's 2 line of attacks looked impenetrable throughout the game. A great tactic Lancaster has employed, gained the majority of possession in the game, but it's the set pieces that cost England against France. 4 penalties at the scrum, What does Lancaster need to do to regain the performance of last year?
Lancaster needs to go back to basics, player discipline. It's easy to criticise as they have only been trained 2 weeks. But Dan Cole collapsing the scrum, this is basic rugby and shouldn't happen. And unfortunately, in international games, this gives penalties away and could result in losing matches. He needs to get this sorted ASAP.
Now looking at other games over the weekend, Wales versus Italy first. It's well established, Heineken Cup performance bears little resemblance on the national team. What's your opinion on Italy's performance against the reigning champions Wales?
Don't rule Italy out as they're under a new coach. And although they are not winning games, they are a lot stronger in both discipline and attack this year. Most Italian players are playing in UK top 14 teams, which is giving them more experience, which is great. But Italy still are playing, in a way, a second-rated team at club level.
Just going back to the game, the stats were in Italian favour. 2 tries, 100% conversion rate and 75 penalties. 17-10 lineouts won, more balls won in opposite 22. Where did Italy go wrong on paper? They should have won.
Italy are still a weaker team in experience and stamina, but this will come in time over the next few years.
Finally on Sunday, Scotland went over the Irish Sea. One stat, which made the game personally the best for me, was the 19 turnovers, keeping each other on the feet.
I agree. The game was fast, moving for both teams. It was a good game.
Fortunately, it's been announced, obviously, at the beginning of the Six Nations, that Brian O'Driscoll is going to retire after this tournament. With his 129 caps, why is Brian O'Driscoll so special to Irish rugby?
He's got personality with a capital P, he's got endurance, he's got leadership, he has got the X factor, he has the ability to come back and lead the way forward, he's got the Irish charm, and he's just got a twinkle in his eye. He's just a great all-rounder.
Over the decades, he has shown good discipline, reads the game well. He has lasted so long in the game due to his involvement. The position of centre at the beginning of his career were like wingers, fast-paced, but nowadays they are classed as halfbacks, and their responsibility is tackling and keeping the ball moving at all times.
Yeah, he's basically developed over the years to the position of centre. Thank you for listening to Scrum, Tackel and Maul by BT Sport. If you want more information, visit the website btsport.com.